Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Welcome, 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 or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Starfields. I have been trading now for over 5 years. And in the last 6 months, I went from unprofitable to profitable, and I'm going to show you guys how I did that. I'm going to share my screen. It looks like we have it setting up right now on the NASDAQ, okay? So we just hit TP on the 1 hour time frame, and we were looking for some type of retracement. It looks like we just got a pullback, and so we're going to wait for it to close, and I'm getting ready to share my screen. But before I do, remember that never trade more than you can afford to lose, and nothing that I'm saying is financial advice. It's my own opinion and what I'm doing in the market. Okay, so let's go ahead and get my screen shared so you guys can see exactly what I see. And we're going to share. So hopefully you guys can see my screen, and I hope you can hear me clearly out there. That's my prayer, that you can hear me clear. I had to work hard to get this clarity this morning, okay? So let's go ahead and hit refresh on this because I want all of my charts to pull up. And right now I'm in the middle of a 50K funded challenge. We're almost halfway done with it, so we should be able to knock that out this week, and we'll be finished with that, and then we'll be able to take 90% withdrawals every single day with Take Profit Trader. All right, so you guys see that we are getting that push down. Breaking structure here on the 15-minute time frame. Our breaker structure is going to be this area right here. And what we want to see in the next 3 minutes and 23 seconds is if we get a close beneath this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw my breaker structure line so that you guys can see that. And I am more of a break and retest type of trader, okay? I like to wait for the market to break, come back and pick me up, and then take us in the direction that it looks like we were going to go. And I find with that style of trading that I don't lose as much. All right. So we want to make sure, guys, that we're going to get that break beneath here on that 15-minute time frame. Okay, that's what we want to make sure. We had divergence forming, so you guys can see we were going down here all the while we were going up here. So it started right about here. So what we want to make sure is that it's not going to wick all the way back up and continue with the buy, okay? Our TP was 29,221 for negative 27 on our hour time frame. So we want to make sure that we're not going to just continue to buy up. So let's wait for this close. We got about 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. And if we do, in fact, get a close beneath this area here, this will be our break of structure. If we get a close beneath this, I'm going to make it a dash line. This is going to be our break of structure. Let me turn off my ringer because... Let's see. So let's see what we're going to get, guys. Let us see what we're going to get, because this low needs to be lower than these lows over here. So we definitely want to see what we are going to get and look at it. It looks like it's buying right back up. And if it buys back up from here, this is what we're going to call a test instead of a break, okay? We got 57 seconds. Let's see what we're going to get. When it just is a wick, you have to be so much more careful, okay? Yes, let's see what we're going to get. When it's just a wick, you have to be so much more careful than when it's a body closing underneath that level, okay? And what we wanted to see a body close beneath this area, and we have not seen it. So let's see. We got 20 seconds left to see if the Bulls are going to win or if the Bears are going to win. What are we going to get? And then you guys know for me, I put it in my book. I'll go down here on our line chart to see if this closes beneath here, because this is our break and we want to see if it's going to close beneath. And my friends, it's closing now, but I like to see it close beneath. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame. We want to see it close beneath. We are not in a hurry. I say don't be in a hurry to lose money, okay? We're not in a hurry. Let's just look to show us that it means business here, okay? We're getting that close beneath now, but the candle isn't closed. Okay? Let's look at the 15-minute. We can look at the 10-minute. 10-minute gave us that close beneath. If we look at the 12-minute, the 12-minute gave us that close beneath. But that dog 15-minute, it just did not do it. It didn't do it. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark a fib. Go ahead and get that mark. You guys can see it. So we wait for the breaker structure, and then we're going to wait for the retracement to come back and pick us up and tell us, hey, I'm serious about selling here, okay? And if we do get a sell, it'll be beautiful. It'll be a beautiful sell because we'll have all of this down here to come back and test. I would say down here to about 28,906 or this 29,004 area for our stopping points, okay? So let's just see. I might give it another 15 minutes, guys, because you know me, I like to take it safe. Here we go. Let me look on the 5-minute and see what we got. In the 5-minute, our breaker structure was right here. So we broke, retested, and then we came back down. So on that 5-minute, you guys can see we did get that break. And on the 15-minute, it came to test the 15-minute, and we are getting that break now. So we did get that break on the 5-minute, which is good to see. So let me do this fib on the 5-minute. All the people in my trading class, we had class last night. It was great. One second, family. Hey, Pastor. Doing wonderful. How are you? Uh-huh. righty, guys. All right, all right, all right. So you guys can see what we're getting here. On the smaller time frame, it hit the 61.8 on that 5-minute time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, we have not broken structure underneath. And this pattern here is like a reversal pattern. So I'm almost wondering if we're going to get a buy up from here. So that's why I haven't taken any positions yet. So let's just keep looking. You don't want to be too anxious, guys. Don't want to be too anxious. Because you can see what we're getting on the 15-minute. We still have not broken below this low, okay? Still have not broken below this low. So what we don't want to happen is we don't want to get in for a sell and then it just shoots right up to the top, okay? So that's what we don't want to happen. So let's just give the market a little bit more time. We hit the negative 61.8 on the 5-minute market structure. So if you were trading 5-minute, you would have been up some good points this morning. I typically love to trade the 15-minute. So that's where we're at now. And we have not broken structure yet for the sell with a body. We have broke it with the wick, but not with the body. So I like to wait for a body close, and I want to still see a body close beneath this dotted line, and then I would look for a sell down. If I don't get that, then I'll be looking for a buy up. Okay? So you guys just sit and hold tight. I'm going to stretch my legs and start my walking pad so I can get some miles in, and we're going to see if we can make some money this morning. All right, guys, we are back here. Okay. Do you guys see why? Do you see why, friends? Do you see why you don't just jump in, honey? You don't just jump in. I'm telling you, you will lose your money. Okay. So we are not just jumping in. We are over here. We're being patient traders and we're seeing what's going to happen. We never got a close beneath here on the 15-minute. So this wick here was the completion of the 5-minute fib hitting the negative 61.8. We have not gotten a close yet. So let me show you guys what I had marked up on my charts so y'all can see. I had this marked up on the 1 hour. I don't know where it went, but I had it marked up. Let me do it again. Let's just do it again. We're going to do it again. Do it again. Let's do it again. Okay. Let's mark this up. This is our 1 hour fib here. And so what we're looking at is we're looking to see this had hit negative 27 here at the net 29,226. That was the TP2. Our next TP is going to be 29,450. Okay. So these are our TPs. We had these marked up since Sunday when the market opened. So we did not get in for a sell because the market did not break structure on the 5-minute. And so this, my friends, is a great example of the difference between a test of structure and a break of structure. And I want you to remember that. I want you to remember what I'm saying to you, okay? Because that'll keep you from losing so much. So this is our outer trend line on that 1 hour. And then we could also draw another trend line here if we wanted to. Let's see. We can do it on the 30-minute. So we can connect this low to this low so you guys can see that. And this is our 30-minute trend. Okay. So what we're looking to see is if the market's going to respect this trend line and if it's going to close above this high that it made. And if it does that, guys, then we'll be looking for a buy instead of a sell. Okay. So this is what we're looking at on a higher time frame from the 1 hour perspective and from the 30-minute perspective. Okay. So you see why we didn't get in for a sale? I just want to make sure everybody understands out there why we did not get in for a sale. When I first turned my computer on this morning, I was looking at the market and I was thinking that was going to be a sale because we just hit negative TP or negative 27 on the 1 hour time frame. And I had this level of resistance, and then I seen the market come down and wicket. But wicket doesn't mean break, okay? It just means that it is a test. So right now we're still looking to see. Right now this is our higher high, and this is our higher low, okay? We're going to see if this breaks structure here, then this would be our higher low down here, and this would be our higher high if it breaks. Okay, so let's see what the market's going to do. No trade yet for me. Still waiting. Still waiting. Still waiting. Let me go ahead and start walking since I'm still waiting. What did I do with the control for the walking path? Okay. And if you are new here, I walk and trade at the same time, which is great. So I'm able to get some steps in. And we just got back from the Florida Keys. I've been trading in a tent all summer, so I probably have a beautiful tan. Oh, wait, my thing is all off alignment. Let's see if it's going to work itself out, get the kinks out. Let's see if I can get the kinks out. This little $100 walking pad has been the best investment. Not only am I losing weight, but it gives me something to do while I'm on these charts, guys. I'm just trying to get it back on alignment. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we're going to work out the kinks with this walking pattern. Or am I going to have to throw it out? And get me a new one. So if you're new here, we're just kind of getting back in the swing of things. I've been, like I said, out of town for about 3.5 months in the Keys. Had a wonderful time. And before I went to the Keys, I was trading and walking on the walking pad. And let's get my legs toned. My gut was going down. I went down there and ate too much. So now I'm back 10 pounds heavier. Okay. So anywho, we'll get that fixed real quick. Okay. We're going to get that fixed real quick. So but I did so great down there trading, just looking at that beautiful blue water. It was a great opportunity and great to be able to go and see that. And I was going live, but then we started getting a lot of rain, and I was inside of the tent, so I couldn't really depend on the weather because I didn't want all my hair and everything to get messed up. So anyway, I'm back home, and our routine will be Monday through Friday. We'll be live here on YouTube, and we'll be trading live. And what my goal is, guys, I'm in the 50K challenge. I'm halfway done. And my goal is going to be to finish that 50K challenge by the end of this week. And then I'll be buying another 50K challenge, and I'm going to start copy trading. And I'll probably buy 1 or 2 challenges at a time and just be able to do it that way. And that way you can still make some really good money. So that's my goal. And so if you are in a funded challenge, if you are planning on being in a funded challenge, or you want to learn how to trade, I might be your girl because I can help you. And I'm going to be patient with you right now. I'm teaching my family and my friends. My highest, my aunt. I have my aunt and my mother. I've got 73 and 75 on the class, okay? And I'm excited about it. And for those of you who don't know, I am 48, okay? 48, and loving the fact that you're never too old, and it's never too late for you to learn a new skill, guys. And I don't want to learn a skill I want to learn a skill that's going to get me rich, okay? Yes, that's what I want to learn. I want to learn a skill that's going to get me rich. Yes. So that's what we're doing here. We're learning skills that are going to make us rich. We ain't got time to be playing. We're learning skills that's going to get us paid And I'm excited about that. So let's see, guys. Let's see if we're going to get that breaker structure for the sell down, or if we're going to get the breaker structure for the buy up. Either one is going to be a break. The key is don't be, what are we not going to be? We're not going to be anxious for anything, okay? Before we were, before all this going out of town and all this stuff, we have our Bible study in the morning. So we do our morning meditation. So we're going to be going over our scriptures, and we're going to be going over everything in our book. So that's the stuff that we will be going over this morning. And thank you guys for joining. And say, leave your questions in the chat. And I'll make a video about it, okay? All right. So this is when it's super important, guys. Super duper important. Super duper important to make sure you don't make any moves out of impulse, and you control all of that. All right. So we're on here, friends. We're on here. Hey, they fixed the air conditioner? No. What's wrong? What is it? He don't have one in his car.
Him being in his normal car, you don't have one, so they got to reschedule with these ACs to have another ticket to come out with everything that has actual equipment. We don't have the equipment in the regular car.
Wow.
I'm like, listen, there's no way we should be not have an AC this person to use the everything. Which I'll just replace that up one with. They said he did put it in, and somebody should be calling me back to see the question.
Okay. And that quote. I can't say it.
I do it on the
Okay. Oh my God. It's crazy. You guys, our air conditioner, we came back to Jacksonville, our air conditioner is not working downstairs. So always something. Always something. Okay.
You put up with that regular car.
They pull up in their regular car instead of a work truck.
You only want to put up with a regular car.
Hey, nobody. Where are the work trucks at? If you're going to do a job, pull up in the work truck.
Every
Okay.
time I see somebody that ain't got no equipment, that's always a bad sign.
It's always a bad sign.
How they gonna be solved.
That's like a pool person that don't have no net to clean out the. When you see a pool company, they got pool nets. They got. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, guys, so let's see what we're going to get here. We're waiting. I wish I would have caught that 5-minute, but that wasn't what we caught, okay? What time did the 5-minute happen? It happened. Let's see what time this 5-minute happened. So you guys can see we're breaking above this area, it looks like. So when you're trading, you have to be patient, friends. You have to be patient. Patience pays, okay? So this was our 5-minute break of structure. This happened at, it happened at 9:30. See, that was what we got at 9:30. We got that break of structure, 9:35. 9:35, we broke structure, came back, retested. That was the move. That was the 9:30 move. Oh, that breeze feels really nice. That was the 9:30 move. Anyway, a little gnat is coming in here. The breeze feels good though. That was the 9:30 move, okay? So we're on here. We're going to get our steps in. Walk. I got it on 2.0. First 10 minutes, and then I think it's been 12 minutes, so now I'm ready to move it on up to 4.0. And now we're going to walk, family. Now we're walking. Say, we mean business, okay? And this is what we do. In the morning time, we're walking and talking, okay? And trading. Looking at these charts. One thing is, and you guys let me know, they say trading is an individual sport, which I believe that too. You know, trading is an individual sport. It is not a group. It's really not, because everybody sees different things. Everybody trades differently. However, I think it's also good not to be alone, because it can get really depressing, guys, when you are losing all by yourself. Hey, you don't want to. Then it's also good to be able to have people that you can say, hey, do you see what I see? Am I seeing this? It's not really, am I seeing it right? But am I seeing, would you consider that to be a break of structure? Would you consider that to be? And if so, why? You know? And if not, why not? Okay? The same way when we came down here on that, I didn't consider that to be. For me, it wasn't, but for somebody else, they might have took a sell there because they still consider the wick to be a break of structure. So it just depends on your style of trading. So for me, I didn't consider this wick to be a break of structure. But somebody else would say, I considered it to be a break because it broke through. They might have considered this wick right here to be a break and come up. See, let me show you. They might have considered this first wick to be a break here. You see what I'm saying? They might have said, you know what? This is a break right here because that wick closed below those wicks. And with that being said, I'm going to take it. Wait, I'm going to take it from, you know, they might have considered that wick to be a break. It came up to 62 point, you know, but that's not really the way I trade. So I don't consider it to be a break of structure. And I've been doing pretty good on my funded challenge, if I do say so myself. Last week, I made over $1,600 on it. 0 losses. Not that I care about the losses because you're going to have them. And I don't even want to get too caught up in it. I might not even say that again because then when I have a loss, I'll feel like a failure. You know what I mean? But I was just happy that I followed my rules. And once I find out the directional bias of the market, then I was able to scalp all the way down, take a, you know, multiple trades, get in and out, 150, 250, you know. And I did that 2 or 3 times and I was having $500 days. And even on days that I didn't have $500 days that I overslept, still waking up and able to catch 100 and something. So it was a great week for me in the market. And yesterday, I think I caught what did I catch yesterday? I caught the sell down yesterday. And so at first I thought it was going to be a buy continuation. I got faked out right here. I think this is where I got faked out. Yeah, right here. You see that? I thought we were going to continue buying because we came so close to the 220. I'm like, oh, we're going to go hit TP. So when it came down here, I got in for a buy. And you guys, doggone it, that market sold. So I lost on that first trade. But then the second trade, I made over 500 and something because once I lost, I quickly, and somebody in the comments, if you're watching the replay, I want you to say quickly readjusted my perspective, okay? And I've seen that we had a break of structure for the sell. And on that sell, I waited for it to retrace, and then I got in from here all the way back down to here. And that was over 500 and something dollars. So that took away my loss to a winning day, okay? So I want to get to the point of holding my trades all the way to TP because I had the TPs marked up. But when I hit that retracement, just getting to the 0, it does so much manipulation to me around this area. Like, I just get my money and go. And another thing is I don't really have a lot of time that I want to spend. So once I get my trade to the 0, once I get it to the 0, I'm not, I'm talking, when I say the 0, I'm talking about the TP on the fib. I like to take my money there. I realize that about me. And then when it gets to the 0, then I start getting confused as to where to get back in to take it to the negative 27. Like I can see it after the fact. Like right here was the 0. And I can see it after the fact of the market, you know. I'm going to show you guys what I had yesterday, just so you can see. We can be learning something while we wait to see what the market's going to do. So yesterday, this was the high, and this was our low right here, okay? I had this marked up so beautifully. I'm just showing you what trade I took yesterday. I took it based off of the 15-minute market structure. And I'm going to show you the breaker structure that I had. So you can see why and what I call a break. Okay. When the market broke this last low here, this is what I consider to be the break in structure. I'm going to go ahead and put and make it dashed for you can see. Okay, this area was what I considered to be the break of structure. So when that last low got broken, which it got broken here, and it closed beneath that low right there, I waited for the pullback, and I got in from here to here. And this move right here, from here to here, was over not 1,000. For me, it was over $550, something like that. Okay. Then when it came back down to that second time, what happened was it bought back up. Okay, it bought back up. And this would have made me think I was all the way wrong. And then it came back and sold back down. So what happens with me is when it gets to the zero, I usually like to take my money, because when you don't take your money at the zero and it buys back up, that makes me feel like I'm a failure. It makes me feel really, 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 really bad. Okay. That's all I can say. It makes me feel really, 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 really bad. I'm like, it feels like you're just watching your money just dissipate. It was there, and then you didn't have it. Then it makes you feel like you're being greedy. So I'm going to have to get a new strategy. So my strategy is going to be, after it hits the zero, take my money and then take another entry if it hasn't hit the TP yet. If it comes back up to the 50% or the 62% or something like that again. So that's going to be my strategy. Because for me, when it comes back to that, when it goes all the way back up, and especially if I'm still holding the trade, I'm like, what is wrong with you? I mean, I start having a whole come to Jesus moment with myself about how I'm greedy. I'm not satisfied with the 500, and now I'm losing 300, and I had 500, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I go through a whole thing. So if you know your personality, you got to trade for your personality, so you don't have to go through all this stuff. Okay, so for me, what that means is I need to take my money at the zero and then take another entrance, or just take my money and be done. And that's usually what works best for me. Just get my sell, take what I'm going to get from that, and get out. And then I'm not back and forth in the market. And I'm okay with that too, especially once I get a copy trader and I'm trading on 3 different accounts or 4 different accounts, and I made $500, and that would still be a $2,000 day. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to try to be greedy, because we have to remember, guys, that we don't control the market. Okay, it can continue to buy up as long as it wants to. We do our very best to analyze it, but we don't know when. We don't know when it's going to, when it's going to drop or when it's going to buy up. So because we don't know and we don't control any of that, We don't know when our president's going to get on there and say something that's going to make the market do a dance. We don't know any of that stuff. We don't have that information. So because we don't have that information, guess what you need to learn how to do, baby? You better learn how to take profit. When you're in profit, you better take you some profit, okay? And stop being greedy and stop trying to hold these trades forever. I like to get my money and go on about my day. I know that about myself. And I'm very clear on that. So, okay, guys. So we came back up here. We swept the highs. Now it looks like we're getting a push down. Okay. Aggressively. Ooh, are we going to get the sell from here? Are we going to get the sell from here? Let's see. Let us see if we're going to get the sell. So let's see what we're going to get, guys. What are we going to get? So I'm super excited. I love to dream. I love to think about the future. I hope you guys dream and think about the future. Let me know, what are you going to do when you make your first $1,000 with trading? Like, what's your dream? If you're watching the replay, let me know. Write it in the comments. What is your dream when you make your first $1,000? Are you going to do something nice for somebody else? Are you going to do something nice for yourself? Okay. I'm going to be like Snoop Dogg. I want to thank God and I want to thank me for not giving up. Okay. I love it when he says that, because we always give all the honor and the glory and the praise to God. That is amazing. We can't do nothing without God. He's the one that says he gives us the ability to get well. So we know we can't do nothing without God. But he has given us the ability. So with that being said, a lot of times we don't want to take the responsibility, even though God has given us the ability, okay? So we have to take the responsibility because God has given us the ability to obtain wealth. And so you have to figure out, with all this technology and everything that the world offers us here in 2026, everything that the world is offering us here in 2026, what are you going to do with it to get your piece of the pie, huh? What you're going to do to get your piece of the pie here in 2026. Let's see. Did we get a pullback, friends, to that trend line? Because that might have been an entrance to our buy. Not really my favorite type of entry. But we did get a pullback, didn't we? We did get one. So right now we're just waiting. Do we have any news? Let's look and see if we have news today. So today. Oh, today is gonna be a wonderful day, 'cause God has washed my sins away. Today it's gonna be a wonderful day, 'cause God has blessed me in a beautiful way. New light in my soul. So we don't have any news. We had ADP weekly employment change, and the actual was 16.5. Previous was 19.3. So I don't know what the forecast was. You guys go in here and look at this stuff so you can see what it's talking about, okay? So estimated average weekly change in the number of employed people during the previous 4 weeks, excluding the farming industry and government. So usual effect. Actual greater than forecast is good for currency. Released weekly on the first Tuesday, about 2 weeks after the rolling 4-week period ends. Okay, so our next release is on July the 28th. And why does this matter to traders? Okay, this is the stuff you see on the news. Why does this matter to traders? Job creation is an important leading indicator of consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. Okay, so the ADP analyzes payroll data from more than 26 million workers to derive employment and growth estimations. It's also called the NER Pulse. Okay, so this is good to know. Very, very good to know. Our next release is on July the 28th. And you guys can see that our figure today, I don't know what was forecasted, but our figure today is 16.5 thousand. In previous, it was 19.3 thousand. So that's less of a change, or is it less of a change? More of a change? Let's see. Let's look at the graph. Let's look at the graph, y'all. Let's see what this stuff is showing us. Okay. So you guys can see the graph. So our let me see. This is a bar graph, just in case you guys don't remember from school. Okay. And here it goes, if we want to see it on a line graph. Here goes a line graph, okay? So this was when we had the most employment change. And right now, we had not that much, 16 point, what was it, 5, okay? That's our employment change, all right? So that's good to know, okay? It's good to know. Every time I say something, it makes me think of a song. Jesus, everybody ought to know. Jesus, he's the lily of the valley, a bright and morning star. All right, we're getting that push up, guys. It's good to know the Lord. It's good to know Jesus. All right, you guys see this market. Everybody ought to know Jesus. He's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. It's good to know the Lord. Hallelujah. It's good to know Jesus. You don't know him, you ought to get to know him. Hallelujah. All right, guys. So we are breaking structure for the buy, okay? We're breaking structure for the buy here on the 15-minute time frame. You guys see that? Breaking it on that 15-minute time frame. Break every chain. Our next TP on the daily is 29,440. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a buy up or wait for it to come down and retest this area. And then we will look to get in for the what? For the buy. You guys see that we did not get that sell. That's why I cannot encourage you enough to learn the difference between a what? Test and a break. Okay, learn the difference between a test and a break. If we would have got in down here for that sale just because it broke, looked like it was breaking structure for a sale and not waiting for the candle to close, we would have lost money, okay? So this is a clear, beautiful break, and we have 41 seconds left on this break. And then, oh, I'm talking and I'm not sure in the, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, friends. We just got to break a structure on the buy. Now you guys can see it. Hope y'all are seeing it. Let me see. We got to break a structure on the buy. Hope you guys can see it here. It's beautiful. It's big. All right. It's beautiful and it's big. You guys see that? And we're still getting that buy continuation. Our next TP is here at the top at this 29,444. I'm saying everything I just said because I wasn't sharing my screen. So this is a clear break above, okay? And now what we're going to do is we are going to wait for a retest of this area, some kind of retest. And we'll draw our low to our high once it stops to see if we can get a retest, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And you guys, today, hopefully you've seen a couple of important things. The market is not, it keeps moving, okay? It's not just standing still. So you always have to be watching. You always have to be on patrol, looking to see what's it going to do next. What's it going to do next, okay? So we are on our way up, looks like. And so we want to be able to take advantage of some of these buys. So welcome in. You're just coming in. We are trading live. I'm trading my funded account. I have a take profit trader funded account, and I am trading that. We're going to pass our challenge. We got our break. Get your money out the box. I could do that. That's in my book. Get your money out the box, okay? I came to Jesus just as I was, weary, wounded, and sad. Oh, I found in Him a resting place. He has made me glad. It's good to know Jesus. Hallelujah. Everybody ought to know Jesus. Yes. He's the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. It's good to know. It's good to know the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. 245. 245 to bless you. 296. Let's see if we can get a little pullback to 245-ish. All righty, guys. So we're going to try to see if we can get it on this pullback here. Testing this 245-ish area. That's what we're looking for. Some type of pullback over here. All right, you guys, we're up 88 calories, so that's good. This is a clear break. You guys see that? Run to the bathroom real quick. All righty, did we get a pullback? Not yet. Still around that same area, guys. Fixing my shoestrings. We're doing good on our walk. We're almost halfway there. Here we go. All right, I'm back on the machine. All right. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Staar Fields. I've been trading now for a little over 5 years. I was looking for a way that I could bring extra income into our household. What I do for a living is I have a private school for children with special needs. My son has severe autism. He's nonverbal. He's the love of my life. He's so precious. He's 19 now. So we've been on this journey with autism for over 19 years. And it's so exciting, okay? Never a dull moment. So I have been figuring out ways that I can bring in income while having a child that requires 24-hour care. And I'm one of those smother mothers. So like, I ain't trying to have strangers wiping his butt, doing all those different things. So I try to keep it in the family, okay? That way we know he's safe and protected at all times. Now, I don't blame anybody for doing what they have to do for themselves. If you have a child with special needs and you send them, wherever, to a program or school or whatever, and that's what you got to do for you because you have to work. I always say everybody's doing the best they can. So for me, I wanted to try to learn an uncommon skill so that I can make an uncommon income, guys, because of my child and still wanting to be able to have that sense of accomplishment for myself, because I'm still trying to get to the top of the pyramid to self-actualization too. You know what I mean? We're all trying to get to the top of that Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and we're trying to get to self-actualization. And so a lot of my days and my time is taking care of another awesome human, but at the same time, I'm trying to get to self-actualization as well. And so with that being said, you guys, you got to continue to learn skills, work on you so that you can be your very, very best. And you can have that sense of accomplishment as well. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I do what I do. And I thank God for every single step along the way. I thank God for every win, every loss, every person that quit, every person that said they were going to teach me and didn't teach me and all that. I thank God for it all because it really has made me who I am. And I always knew that I didn't give up easily, but honey, I know now more than ever, this Staar field don't give up. I do not quit, okay? I'm relentless. I ain't giving up, okay? So, anywho, we're waiting for some type of pullback, guys. We want it to come down to at least the 245-ish area. And when it comes back to 245, we know we can take it up to 317 at least, okay? So we're going to wait for some type of pullback, guys, and then we're going to take it up to at least 317. Now, on my journey of trading, I did write a book called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. And I know trading is not easy, but it doesn't have to be as difficult as everybody says. So, as everybody tries to make it seem, I mean, doggone it, it's like, that's what makes people quit, is that they're losing their money and they feel stupid, okay? And then they feel stupid for losing their money. And then everybody says, oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. No, it's not a scam, it's a skill. And you got to learn it. What if you said that about piano lessons? Piano lessons is a scam. No, it's not a scam. It's a skill. But once you learn CEG and been able to make your chords and stuff, you'll see it's not a scam. It's a skill, right? And that's the same way about trading. That's the same thing with anything. Now, I'm not saying that there's not scams, and there are scammers, and there's people. The Bible tells us the devil is waiting like a lion, okay? Crouching lion, seeking who he can devour, okay? There's scammers out there. But he wants us to be what? Wise, okay? Ask the Lord for discernment. Trading is not a scam. I love trading. It shows you so much about who you are. If you have a fear of missing out, if you struggle with greed, okay, whatever you struggle with, it's gonna show you. And people don't like to see themselves. That's the truth. All right, guys. So we are looking for some type of pullback. Now, I do trade on the 15-minute. We did get our breakout on the 15 minutes, so I feel good about possibly taking a buy here. We're looking for some type of buy around this 245. But in order for us to get the buy back up, we're going to have to get the sell back down. Okay, and so what that looks like is if you go on the 1 minute, it's going to look like a break of structure on the 1 minute to the downside. So it's going to look like down. This is going to get broken right here. And then it's going to come back up. And then it's going to come back down. Okay, and that's going to look, hopefully that'll give us our entry. This needs to go down, up, down before we can be looking for our up. Okay. So let's see, do we get our break? Yep, we got our break. So we got our down. Yeah. So I hope you guys are enjoying trading with me in the morning. We are always looking to teach you guys how to save you time, how to save you guys some money for sure. Okay. But in my opinion, time is more valuable than money. See, I'm 48 and I want to make sure that I'm not wasting time. Okay. So we want to make sure that we can save you time and that we can save you guys some money as you start trading. So we want to be in good health and prosper even as our soul prospers. I just want to show you guys real quickly. This is my mom's meditation journal, appreciating God's sunrises and sunsets. We're going to be going over devotions, back at it again every morning out of this book. And then here's my book, Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. Okay, it's available on Amazon. Both of them are. And we're going to be going over this book, Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. And what I'm about to show you guys now is my strategy that's in the book called Get Your Money Out the Box, Chapter 28. Okay, so that's what we're about to do. We're about to box up this market real quick. And we're about to make our money. All right, we're about to make our money. I'm about to share my screen with you. So let's go ahead and see what we're getting. Now, remember, I told you that in order for us to have our move for our buy that we want to take on this 15 minute, we want it to come down here as close to this area as possible. Okay, as close to this area as possible. And in order for us to get down here, we've got to wait for what I call the lightning. Okay, so we got our down, we've got our up, we got to wait for it to finish going up, and then we want it to come back down and get somewhere around here so that we can take our buy back up to the 317. Okay, so that's what we are looking for. That's what we're looking for. But we have to be mindful of divergence, and we have to be mindful of divergence. We want to be mindful of divergence. We want to be mindful. Let me see here. See, this is divergence here because this is a high. I'm going to be mindful of that. But it looked like a nice, pretty clear break for me. So I'm going to feel good about taking this buy up. Okay. I feel good about it. It came down to 264. I wanted to get down a little bit lower, down here to the 245 or lower. Okay. So this is our down movement that we're getting now. Let's see how far down we're going to go. We want to get down here to about that 245-ish area. That'll be really good. R6 here in 1 minute. So we're looking at all these time frames, friends. Okay, and on our fib now, we can go ahead and make one. We want to have a fib from our low to our high. Okay, so percent 161. All right, guys. So what we're doing, we are we're getting ready to take our first entry when it gets down here to around this 29,245. We wanted to come down here and retest this area where it broke, okay? If we take this, our TP will be 317. And let's see if we can get some money out this market, friends. Let's see if we can get some money out. This is too steep. I was just trying to draw a trend line on this 15-minute, but it's not giving me what I want to see. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Let me see if I can do it on the 5-minute. Yeah, I can do it on the 5-minute. So you can see if it's going to support this low. And lift it. There we go. Okay. So we're getting down there, friends. We're getting down there. Getting down there to where we want it to be. We want to get our entry. We want to get down here to this 240 something. What do I have it at? 245. I'll take one buy entry at 245. And then I'll take another one if it comes down lower. We're passing this funded challenge. We ain't playing with them. Okay. We're going to take one at 245. If it comes down to 222, we'll take another. If it comes down to 191, we'll take another. That's how we're going to scale in today. Okay? That's how we're going to scale in today. So let's see. Where are we at? We're at 259. Let's see what we're getting. We're getting some bullish reaction. Getting some bullish reaction. Let's see. I want a little lower, though. I want a little lower. Let's see if we're going to go a little lower. Are we going to go a little lower? What's your top stock? Hey, Peggy Sue. How are you, friend? Yes, I trade the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones on the daily. How you doing? Peggy Sue giggles. I remember from when we were doing our vegan. Thanks for joining me. Yes, I am. Girl, I'm reinventing myself, okay, at 48. 48, honey, reinventing myself, learning a new skill. And I've been doing this now for about 5 years. Over the last 6 months, I became profitable with trading. And when I say profitable, I don't mean I made all the money back that I've lost, but I mean, I mean that I see the market clear and I'm winning more than I'm losing. Okay. And so I have became profitable, and we'll be able to use this as an extra stream of income for our family. So yes, I love to trade the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones. And right now we've had a breaker structure for the buy up, and we're looking for, we're waiting on this retracement to finish so that we can look for a buy to get in. My baby's doing good. Gaby, he's 19. Can you believe it? He's taller than me, Peggy Sue. Oh my goodness. He's doing really, really well. I'm so proud of him. Yep, look, we're getting our buy here. I know because we look like we're ready to break structure in the 1 minute. So let's see if we get any lower. If not, I'm going to hit the buy. Yeah, but thanks for asking about Gabe, Peggy Sue. He's doing so good. We have speech therapy. He's using his communication device, and he's been doing really well. Let's see here. And let's see here. So we didn't get the entry that we wanted to get, friends. Let's see. Buy. Let's see what we're going to get here. I'm going to wait for it to give us another little bit of a deeper retracement, and I'm going to get back in for another buy. Let's see. Let's see. So you guys, whenever you get ready to take your entries, I'm on the micro minis, okay? So they're worth $2, and I have it on 1. So every time it goes up 1 point, I'm up, I think, $2. Well, it says 50 cents there, but the stock is like $2, okay? So I'm going to take this back up to the 317. It only gave us a 23% retracement, which is great because that means continuation. And we know that our ultimate TP on the hour is the 29,440. So I'm going to go back over here so you guys can see that. We marked up our TPs on our 1 hour time frame on our 15 minute. Our first TP, our TP is going to be the 391. Okay, so that would be where we could get out. And then over here on our 1 hour, our TP is at the 450. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get. Let's see what we're going to get. Let's see what we're going to get. We're up $28.50. Let's see if we get any type of pullback. I am going to take another position. Okay. If we get any type of pullback, I'm taking another position. We want to be able to ride this up to 29,388. It looks like my entry's at 288. Okay. So my entry's at 288. So we want to be able to ride it up. If we can ride it up to 388, that'll be a $400 move. Okay. So let's see. Let us see what type of bullish momentum we're going to get. That's what we want to see. There's the bullish momentum. Gonna step in. Come on, bull. Step on in. So over here, we got our break, our structure here on the 1 minute. If it comes back down here to 281, then we can probably take another entry. 281, 279. $283. All righty. We're looking for buys, family. Looking for buys. 279. Let's see. 280. 279, 280. Okay. I got another buy-in. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to get, babes. Let's see what we're going to get. Let's get this party started, okay? We want to go on up. Fly me to the moon. That's what we want. Let me dance amongst the stars. Let me see what's spring. Time looks like on Jupiter and Mars. Okay, we're going. Let's see if we're going to get back up here to. Let's see if we're going to get back up here to our 317. That's our TP. 40 points at $4. That's 160. And a little bit of drawdown, guys. Not much, though. Let's see. Market structure is going to win today. Okay. Broke structure for the buy. Came back for the retest. Let's see if we're going to get that buy up. We're going to look to take it to about 388.50. All right. If we can sustain that long. Y'all know sometimes my patience, okay? 388.50 is where we would like to take it, but sometimes we'll see if we can take it to, first we need to take it to 317. That's where we'll see if we can take it. Let's see. Oh. Oh, it's actually coming down to our line now. Let's see. Let us see. Let's go, market. So while we're waiting, let's see what we're going to get. We're looking for a break up to this is the way it's looking on the 15-minute. right, guys, we're in for a buy. Let me tell you why I got in for a buy here. On our 15-minute, we broke structure for the buy up. We had a pullback. On our pullback, we broke down, came back up, and we went down. And I got in when it broke this high here for a buy up. Now it looks like it's retesting this low again. So looking for a buy up to at least come back and retest these highs here at the 319. And then I have TP on the 15-minute at the 29,388. Okay, so that's where we're at. In a little drawdown, okay? We're in a little bit of drawdown, friends. Okay. So we're getting our walking in while we trade, looking for some type of pullback to happen around this area. You guys, that's why you have to have a little bit of wiggle room and you don't over leverage, because we try to get these entries as spot on as possible. But just think, if you only had $100 in your account and it went down into $100 worth of drawdown, you would blow your account. And that's what a lot of people do. So that's why sometimes having a funded account is better, because like I think the drawdown here is $2,000. So so basically you're paying $107 for a $2,000 account. And that's the way I'm looking at it now, is I'm paying $100 for a $1 account. Okay, so I want to have as many of these as I can, so I can get as many payouts as I can. And when you have $2,000 available to be in drawdown, then you don't freak out as much as if you're in drawdown with $100 and you only have a $200 account. Okay, so we want to go on up to 388, baby. Let's go, market. We're getting our 100 minutes of walking in the mornings. We're at 603 calories. I'll take off about 20 because I did go to the bathroom. 86 minutes. So this feels really good, guys. Y'all know I love to start my morning off like this. Makes me a happy, happy camper. Back up, 15 bucks. Let's see what we're going to get. Let's see. Let's see if we can go to 388. Make mama some money today, market. I'm going to pass this funded challenge, y'all. Let's go ahead and pass it. Let's go, market. Let's go. We're at 46, 44. Let's go. 51. Let's see where we're going. So we know we're taking it to at least 317. If we can take it up to that 388, that'd be a pretty good trade, wouldn't it? So you guys can see we're up 76 bucks, 74 bucks. Following our rules, get your money out the box. This is our box from break here. I'm going to take it back to the top of the box. Up 80 bucks, guys. I'm going to try to take this to 317 at least. And then we would love to take it on up here to the 388. That would be so beautiful. Do you guys think we can do it? Do you think we can? Do we have the guts to do it? I don't know. I don't know if I do. 317, let's go, baby. Okay, let's go. $308. Got about 10 more points on this. 103. Let's go, baby. This is a beautiful, strong candle here. Let's see if we're going to surpass this wick on here. That'd be beautiful if we could just keep on going. Just keep on going. Wouldn't that be a beautiful day in the neighborhood? Please, won't you be my neighbor? Let's see. Getting a nice push, guys. How many minutes do we have left on this candle? Beautiful bullish candle. 8 minutes left on the 15 minute. I don't know, friends. Y'all know I like to take my money at the zero. So let's see. $319. Let's go. $319. Let's go. $312. Let's go. I like to take mine. I'm going to see what happens when we get to the $319. Am I going to take my money or am I going to be done? Okay. I might be done. .5 speed on this machine because we're about done with that too. Look at how much strength is in this bullish candle though, guys. And remember, we were looking for sales this morning. Aren't you so glad you didn't get in a sell and the market bought up like this? Okay. That's why you have to learn the difference between a test and a break. Those things help me so much. 320. Look at that. 126. Let's go, baby. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Did y'all see that? It wicked up there. I should have took my freaking money. 312, 313. Let's go. It went past it. It went to 327. Let's go back to 327, baby. Keep on pushing, market. Keep on pushing. 327. You pushed to 327. That was a beautiful push. But we know what happens after it hits the zero, guys. I've showed y'all this morning what happens after it hits the zero. Okay. So see, I'm gonna just take my $100 and oh wait. Do I want to take my $100, get out, or do I want to 12, take my $100 and go? That's what you want to do, Staar. Take your money and run. Run! Don't be playing in these streets. It's so hard. That's what I'm telling you guys. When you're in this thing, that greed sets in. The greed sets in because we know where market is going, but do we want to? And then when I get out and get back in, it seems like I lose money that way because I know it's going up there, but then I'm just going to take my money. I'm securing $100, and then what I'll do is I'll wait for a pullback. I'll wait for a pullback, and then we'll see if we can get securing your money. You got to take profit. I am going to secure. I secured $100, so I feel good about that. We had that marked up. We have TP here at the 88. Okay. So if we want to scalp it the rest of the way up, we can. We can take little scalps and get in for little scalps the rest of the way up. But I'm going to look for some type of retracement. And then, or you know what I'll do? I'll look for support and resistance. So I'll buy it here at the bottom and sell it at the top. So that's what I'll do. As you guys seen that we're forming some support right here. There, we have formed some support. We want to see if we're going to buy all the way up to the 388. We know that's TP on the 15-minute. And what are we, guys? We're day traders, okay? Market analyzers. That's what we do. That's what we do. I want to thank you guys so much for coming and jamming out with me. I'm having a good time. We need about $1,400 more to pass this funded challenge, guys. And I'm excited. So when market hits TP, what does it do? It comes down. It gives you like this deep, deep, deep retracement. Makes you question all your stuff, okay? Then you get in for the buy again. But the thing we have to be mindful of when you're trading on a 687 calories, guys. That's so good. Minus what I did to go to the bathroom. So see, I'm glad I took my money. Don't ever, ever, ever get mad at taking your freaking money, okay? Take your profit. Don't be greedy. If you want more money, then you got to put more money on the line up front. Okay? See? We wouldn't have even, because we didn't really have the best entry anyway. But we had a good enough entry. I think it was a good entry because I didn't wait for it to come down to my pink line. That's what I should have did. But I got in when the market broke structure for the buy. When it broke that last lower high right here, I got in for the buy there. And then it came and tested that area time. So I retraced it. Down, up, down. Let's see if we can get back in. If it comes down to the 50% or something. All right, guys, over 700 calories this morning. 5.0 speed to finish our walks off. We've got about 2 minutes left. We've gone 6.2 miles. So I'll take off about 0.2 because I went to the bathroom for about 2 minutes. But this is how I keep my weight down. Y'all see this beautiful, beautiful candle? Lord, it's so beautiful. Look at that beautiful, beautiful move. So we'll do support and resistance, friends. When it comes back down, we'll get in for the buy back up. That's what you can do. We'll do support and resistance, or when it breaks the other area. Less than 1 minute, 50 seconds left on this 1 hour walk. We just got out of a buy, made good money on there. We caught 50 pips up. And now we're going to wait. Our TP, if you're just now starting to look at the chart, our TP for the buy on the 15-minute is at 29,388. So there's still about 60 some points left to be caught there. You wait for a pullback, or if you want to scalp it to that area. Or if you want to wait for it to come back down, support and resistance. You want to do that, that's good too. I've been walking and trading this morning back home from the Florida Keys. And we are set back up, you guys. It's like we never left, okay? So just had a great walk. We burned over 700 calories. We've gone over 6.3 miles this morning, and we made some money. That's a perfect start to the day, okay? A perfect start to the day. I am looking to see if we're going to get back in this trade for a buy. What I struggle with is not being greedy, okay? Because I have my TPs marked up to the 39,388. You guys can see that right here. This is going to be TP 39,388. And what I hate is I hate after it hits TP1, which is the 0 on the fib, I hate that it goes back in drawdown. Okay, so that's why I always try to take my money at the 0. But so I did take my money there. Okay, I took my money there, and yeah, we'll wait to see what the market's going to do now. It's probably going to give us a really deep pullback because that's normally what it does after it hits that TP1 at the 0 on the fib. It usually gives us a deeper pullback, but it can't give us too much of a deeper pullback because if it breaks structure, that would be a break of structure. Okay, so you got to remember we're looking at structure on every time frame. So it can come back and test these lows, but if it breaks, this area here, then that would be a break of structure if it broke 254. Okay. Let's see what we're going to get, guys. Let's see if we get some type of pullback for the buy back up. This is what it's looking like on the 15-minute. Let's look at the 5-minute here and see if we can get some type of pullback. Maybe down here. 282 would probably be a good area to try to get in. Anywhere between here and here. They call this a fair value gap. Okay. I don't trade those, but I noticed them. Okay. So anywhere between here and here, if it comes down and taps into that, that'd be a great entry for the buy up. And our target for the buy up is 290, 229,388. Okay. This is on the mini NASDAQ futures. I'm currently in a 50K funded challenge with Take Profit Trader, and I am over halfway finished. I need about $1,400 more to finish. So we are going to finish that. Hopefully we can have it finished this week. I was wanting to have a little bit more lot size on this trade this morning, but I didn't add enough lots to it. So I had it at 1 lot and then I did another buy on a 1. So next time I'll have to add about 2 or 3, but I didn't want to over leverage. And I think that's the key thing when you're trading. Even though you think you have a 50K account, you have a $2,000 account. And as long as you keep that frame of mind, you won't blow the accounts as easily. Every single time I've passed a funded challenge, I always blown it because I would look at it like it was 50K, 100K. And it's not, it's still rules that you have to follow. But I think when you play with $100 risk for a $2,000 margin, I think that's great, because if you wanted to have a $2,000 margin with your own lot money, you would have to put in $2,000. Okay. And so for people that don't have a lot of upfront capital, this would be a great thing for you to do if you don't want to risk your own money. Okay. So nothing wrong with funded challenges. I'm glad they're there actually. And I wish that I would have used them a lot more than I have in the past, because I wouldn't have felt so bad. Because when you lose your own money, there's this guilt and this feeling. Oh, it feels horrible. But when you lose $100 from a funded challenge, it's just like, that's what I paid. I spent more than that on eating out last night. So it doesn't carry the same weight. Okay. So anyway. Anywho, family. This is where we're at this morning. This is where we're at this morning. All right. Good morning, Bubba. You guys hear my baby coming down? I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to go on the watermelon fast or if I'm going to go on what I'm going to go on. Okay. Because I gained about 10 pounds on my trip and I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to figure out what is it going to be, Staar? What's it going to be? Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to look back at this chart. You guys, we are buying up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but we know we aren't. Don't we know? Because we read the market. We're going to 388. So let's see if we can get a retracement back down. If we get a retracement back down to let's see. Okay. I'm gonna buy. Let's see. Let's see if we get this pull back, guys. Oh, it looks like we're ready to go into a short-term sell. Let me look. Let's see. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing. Because we look like we have divergence forming here. So let me see if I need to get out of this. I was thinking I was going to buy it back up here to test these highs at 336. Let's see what we're going to get. Look like a break and retest, right? Break, retest. Let's see. We're having a hard time getting past this 317 though. Let's come back up and retest the highs, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. But the only thing is, guys, it's looking like it's creating a lower low here. So that's the reason why I say that. But you don't go off of divergence alone. You go with market structure. So market structure wise, we tested this area, but we didn't break it. So let's see if we're going to get this push up from here. If not, I'm just about to get out of here. Because remember, I told you, this is where I struggle. I try to go back in and get the rest of the thing instead of just staying in. So this is where I will lose money. And I don't want to lose what I made, okay? We got to pass this funded challenge. So this is the area that I get so frustrated with myself because I'll be like, oh, it's going to go there. Then look. Now I'm losing $18, $17. Okay, TP is right here, though. This R5's having a tough time. Okay, finally in profit, 350, 50 cents. Let's go. Let's freaking go, 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 go. Come on. $1. We finally broke back up, guys. 350. Come on. I'm closing that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Just look. We got divergence here on the 5-minute. Let's see what it's looking like on the 15-minute. Yeah. So we could possibly get ready to get some type of pullback to be able to have our deep retracement for our buy up. Oh, there's Aunt Linda. Hey, Aunt Linda. Good job. Hey, Aunt Linda. Yes, I'm recognizing my strengths and my weaknesses, and I'm getting out of these trades before they go back. So what we did today, Aunt Linda, from the strategy in the book, Get Your Money Out the Box, the market broke structure right here. I'm going to put a circle around it. And we're going to go over this tonight at 8 o'clock on our Zoom. The market broke structure right here. I'm going to circle it up for you. This is our 15-minute time frame. And remember, I said we're going to get rich off of drawing these circles and lines. So the market broke structure right here. This was our higher high on our 15-minute. Okay, and the market broke through there with this candle right here. And I waited for it to come back and retest this area, and I got in. I drew that trend line. Let me move this. I waited for it to come back and retest this area right here, and then I got in for a buy, okay? Actually, I got in for the buy a little bit up here, but I got in for a buy, and this move made me over $100 this morning. So that's what I did this morning. And when we do our get your money out the box strategy, all you would do here is draw your box from your high. Wait for it to come down and test the bottom of the box, and then take it up to the half or to the top of the box. And that's what we did this morning. So this is in chapter 28 of our book. Get your money out the box, okay? And this is what you, in order for you to be able to do that, you have to wait for the break of structure, okay? I believe it's chapter 20. It's in 27 or 28. I thought it was 28. No, it's going to be, maybe it's 20. It's in one of these chapters. Let me look. Let me look at our table of contents since we have one. Okay. That's why. It's chapter 29. Okay. I'm like, come on. Get your money out the box strategy. So yeah, this is it. So that's what we were looking for this morning. We were looking for the buy up. Our TP was this, first TP was this area here. Our second TP is this 388. So this is what we've got going on today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be on tonight at 8 o'clock for our training with the family. And I love y'all. I'm ready to get out of here. I got to go get Gaby dressed, wash 2 butts, brush 2 sets of teeth, and comb 2 heads. Okay, so that's what we're about to do now. So you guys have an awesome and blessed day. And I love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, and our last shameless plug. Don't forget to go check out our books. Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. It's on Amazon. And my mom's meditation journal. They're on Amazon. Okay, you guys make sure you go check them out. And this is going to help you with your relationship with the Lord. This is going to help you with your money. Okay, and we go over this every morning here on YouTube. I'm back home from the Florida Keys. I got on my Key West shirt. Key West. And yeah, so we'll be back at it here trading every single morning, 9:30 to about probably 11:30. Okay, so you guys tune in and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.